Welcome to the Clinic training video. In this video we'll look at the patient module. So from the client list, first of all we select patients, and then we come to the patient list and we'll select one particular patient and we'll edit and have a look at the sort of details that we hold about each patient. First of all, obviously it needs to be owned by a client, and they're the details of this particular patient's owner. Each patient needs a name. This is mandatory. There needs to be a patient name, microchip number and tag number. Each patient must have at least a species, and there's a list of species to select from. And similarly a breed, and having selected a species of a dog, then we click here on breeds. These are all of the breeds, all of the dog breeds. There's a similar list for our feline friends. Colour, great long list of colours. Weight, that will be the weight at the last consult. Details of the first visit, temperature, details of the last visit, its birth date, its age expressed either in years and months or months and weeks and days depending on how old it is, its gender, female, male or unknown, and whether it's neutered or not. And particularly very important here, whether it is not to be desexed. And if this is ticked for a breeding animal, for example, and it will make sure that you are fully aware of that fact if you try to desex it. Okay, details here of whether the patient has had a litter, and if so, how many. Here's details about the notes. This particular case, the details have been entered here about the insurance policy, even though they could even be entered down here under insurance policy. Preventative health, we can select in the product file. You will notice when we get to look at the product file that you can define products as either being heartwormers, intestinal wormers, flea control or diet. And here you basically get a chance to select from the list as to which one this particular patient enjoys. And the same for intestinal wormers and flea control and diet. If this particular patient has some form of behavioural warning, then this is displayed in rather large letters on the consult screen. So if it bites, if you touch its ears, that's where you would enter that. Over to this bottom right hand corner are details of reminders and charts that we have on file. So we know, for example, that this dog is due for its next vaccination on the 13th of January 2013. If we look at other patient reminders, it's also due heartworm prevention tablets on the 2nd of June 2012. But here we could keep all sorts of other information about the animal. If there's been more than one vaccination, we can look at more than one vaccine reminder. We can look at previous ones. Okay, that concludes the training video on patients. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.